All right, now completing the square always works, but there are times when it's more complicated than it should be, and this might be one of those times. We have 2x squared plus 10x plus 1 equals 13, and we've looked at this before, and graphically we can look and we can see that this has values of positive 1 and negative 6. So we're going to use this again just so that we can see that we've done our work correctly and have some confirmation of our work. All right, so first step is to put this into a standard form. Okay, 2x squared plus 10x, subtracting 13 from both sides, we get minus 12 equals 0. And so the three variables are a, b, and c, and they refer to the three coefficients. A is 2, b is 10, and c is negative 12. The signs are important. So the quadratic formula says that the value of x that will make this 0 is minus b over 2a. So minus b is minus 10 over 2 times a, which is 4, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all over 2a again. Okay, so we need some cleanup here. Okay, this first term is negative 5 halves, and if you watch the other video, you'll realize that that is really, really familiar. Okay, plus or minus the square root. Well, we have a fairly big square root here. Okay, the big square root is 100. Now we have negative 4 times negative 12, which is positive 48 times 2 is positive 96, all over 4. Well, negative 5 halves plus or minus a square root of 196 is 14. Well, that's convenient, because 14 over 4 is, well, we need the negative 5 halves, plus or minus 14 over 4 is 7 halves, and as we found out earlier in the other video, that means my x can be two values. My x can be either negative 6, negative 12 halves, or negative 5 halves plus 7 halves, or positive 1. And that confirms what we saw in the original problem and in the graph. Okay, so a quadratic formula solution.